Hi guys, we're going to be showing you the dewiping process in our Corsa VXR today. So it'll be the exact same process in all Corsa models, C's, D's and E's, and it should be the same sort of process for the Astros as well. So I'm going to show you what tools we're going to need today and then get cracking. Here's the tools you're going to need, guys. We're going to need a 13mm socket. We're going to use a wiper arm puller. You could just pull it off yourself, but these things are a little bit better. You can use a Torx E8 socket. We've got a Torx T15 Allen key here, and we're going to use some instant gasket just to make sure we've got some water repellent in there as well. So here you go, guys. Right guys, you're going to use your Torx T15 bit, and inside these two grab handles here there's just two screws. I'm actually just going to zoom in and show you. Right, I'm just going to get this one off here. Right, if you're not wearing sunglasses, that kind of helps. Right guys, once you've done that, this is all just going to pull out, so I'm just going to go ahead and from the top here perhaps better. It's just plastic clips, so don't worry about that. See, it's just a heap of plastic clips here that's holding that on for now. So if you look up here's your wiper motor here. It's just held on by a couple of Torx bits again here, and that's all your wiring from there. So you zoom back out. Right, so the next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to take off this 13mm bolt here. They're really not on very tight from the factory, so you can just crack it and then pop it off. Now, lots of people would start pulling at this now, and you will get it off, but what you'll find is by pulling it like this, you're actually putting some uneven tension on the glass, and it won't be the first time I've seen windscreens and rear windows especially cracking under this uneven load. So we're going to use this little piece of kit. This is a windscreen wiper arm remover, and it just works by screwing in, and it will eventually pop off. So I'll show you now. Slide it over the top here, make sure it sits on perfectly, and all we're going to do is slowly screw this in, and it will eventually, if we get it on correctly, that's it. What it will do is it will eventually pop off the wiper arm for us. There we go. We're going to keep screwing, and there we go. Nice little bit of kit. Less than £10. I'd definitely recommend one of these. Far easier. Right, we're going to remove the wiring here. What you're going to have to do is lift up this little paddle and it'll come out. Forget all of this nonsense up here. They're a little bit stiff, just give it a good pull. This bolt here is the next thing to come off. It's a Torx T8 socket. Very awkwardly placed, but again, not all that tight from the factory, so I can eventually get this blooming thing turned. There we go. It'll actually come out by hand as well. That's fine. Now these little sliders need to come the opposite way, so you can see this one is up, so it needs to get pulled down with a little bit of a wiggle at the same time. There we go. And this one needs to get pulled up with a little bit of a wiggle at the same time. This one sucks. I'm just going to get this one off camera. Oh no, there we go. Good old whack is required. Now, once we've done this, I'm going to pull this down and try and get this through. See you later. Right, we're just going to go ahead and pull out the factory grommet here because it's got a big hole in it. It's not going to be great for water protection. And we're going to plug it with this clear black one that's going to match quite nicely with the tinted bit at the bottom. So we'll give it a wee clean up there because we're good like that. Alright. And I'm going to try and get some instant gasket on here. That's not working. Zach, how long's that been in the garage? A couple of years? Back in a second, guys. Right, got it eventually. We're going to use an absolute ton of this stuff because we're going to wipe away the excess. We want a proper seal, we don't want water in between the layers of the back window there. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and try and squeeze that one in there. Is that going to get a cloth, would you? Just clean off the excess now. It's not the fastest drying stuff in the world. You probably could get actual window sealer, but we're at Haphazard Garage, we're as cheap as possible. That thing was like £2. That's fine. Now we're going to give this a little bit of time to cure because we don't want to go jacking about with it when this isn't properly sealed, so give this 15-20 minutes. Right, so we've given it some time to dry, we've given it just a wee polish to get rid of any excess, because once that stuff dries on it's going to be a bit of a nuisance to get off. So we're going to have to sort out the gubbins on the inside here now. I'm going to find a wee place to tie this wee boy because it might rattle about in there. Now, we've used a blue zipper clip because professional. And we can give this boy a wee clippy one. So the first way we had this fitted was on the outside like this, and we quite liked that idea because we thought it gave us a pretty good seal. But when I posted the video the first time round, we got a couple of helpful comments that suggested it might look better if we fit it from the inside. So there was a reason why we didn't do that, and I'll show you this now. This little factory seal here is to stop the water seeping through this hole and in to all of this electrical wiring and whatever else. So they've fitted this seal, and what that means is when we pop this down, it doesn't actually sit center, it sits quite a lot up. And the factory kit came, if you just show this a second, the factory kit came glued dead center, and that would not have fitted no matter how much we tried. So what we're going to do is we've split the two parts, they're just glued very lightly, I wouldn't worry about it, and we're going to show you the second way round. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is get a wee bead of sealer around the outside here, as close to the edge of my wonky hand as possible. There we go.
That's not recorded, I don't think, isn't it?
It is?
No.
It's okay, I'll cut back to me. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put this up as close to this factory rubber seal as we can. We're going to give this a nice firm push. We're going to hold this just a little while. Now the manual does say about 15 minutes. I don't think it needs all that long. So, right, what we're going to do now is while it's drying, we're going to get rid of this excess stuff that's pushed through the centre. And that's because when that dries, if we then put wet stuff in the middle, we're going to end up with this weird wonky fitment. It's not going to sit level. So that's fine. I'm going to keep holding this just over the tight, now it's upside down. Right, so we've given that a little bit of time to dry. Now we're just going to get a nice amount of sealer on the inside of this smaller disc here. Should be fine. The more the merrier, you don't want water in between. We're just going to plop this in here. And now, here's the awkward bit. With two hands, you're going to want to push against both sides. Because the last thing you want to do is push the disc right the way through, then you've scuppered it. And again, I'm going to hold this a little while and give it some time to cure, so we'll cut back once that's done. Right, final check is, guys, we're just going to run a wee bit of water over the top of it. And that's fine, because your car is going to get soaking wet, and if you're washing it with a hose and whatever else as well. I'd rather it leak now, and we could check it and reseal it, rather than it leaks later on. I'm just going to double check in here, I'm just going to run the finger around. Bone dry. All good. Right, that's fine. I'm just going to get a couple of photos now of the original wiper assembly. We can get option 1 and then option 2, and you guys can decide what one you want to do. Nice. Right, so it's going to be the exact same process as getting it off. So we're going to get our boot trim here, and we're going to line those bits up there. And once it gets sorted, a couple of wee whacks, nice and gentle. There we go. And we're all good to go. We've got those 2 screws that were in there. And we're going to get these back on with our Torx T15 bit. Right, that's us all clipped back in and screwed in, and here's your finished result. Nice, easy mod. Less than 5 minutes if you're fast. Looking good.